Join Time Magazine's lead education reporter alongside global educators and advocates to explore the impacts of teaching forgiveness.
I teach forgiveness because it can have a positive impact in my students' families.
It helps my students thrive in the face of adversity.
Students who can forgive are happier.
Join us to hear from teachers and thought leaders on how and why to include forgiveness in your classroom.
Temperature rise will bring widespread devastation and unprecedented extreme weather.
New coronavirus cases emerge across the country.
Obesity rates have more than doubled in kids.
Cape is running out of water.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. On behalf of the entire Seberang Ramai community, we are delighted and grateful to the T4 team for providing this platform and opportunity to share with you how we are able to enhance literacy skills through community partnerships and collaboration. Within the next hour, we will explore how one school was able to develop relationships both nationally and internationally through various literacy initiatives. Let's take a look through the lenses of leadership, teachers, students, parents, and the wider community. Before we get to the exciting part, I'd like to introduce myself. I am Cassandra Pogue, an advisor with LeapEd Services and the moderator for this session today. Also, kindly remember to use hashtag worldeducationweek.org when sharing content about this event today. Joining me today is the headmaster of SK Seberang Ramai, Zubir bin Ghazali. Cikgu Zubir has worked in education in various capacities for more than 32 years. He has worked in several states throughout Malaysia. When he became headmaster of SK Seberang Ramai, he was determined to make changes that were realistic and sustainable for teachers, students, parents, community. He's also the imam of the community mosque. He vowed to be the change that he wanted to see in future generations. We are fortunate to have him with us today. He lives by the mantra, there is no change because there is no change. He says we need to take action in order to change. Over to you, Cikgu Zubir.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And hello to everyone. Saya Zubir bin Ghazali, Guru Besar Sekolah Kebangsaan Seberang Ramai. Sekolah Kebangsaan Seberang Ramai merupakan sebuah sekolah rendah yang terletak di pesisir pantai Kuala Perlis, di negeri paling utara di Malaysia iaitu negeri Perlis. Sekolah ini dikelilingi oleh sawah padi yang terbentang luas, beserta pemandangan bukit bukau dan pantai yang sangat indah dan menenangkan. Seberang Ramai adalah salah satu komuniti perkampungan nelayan di negeri ini. Majoriti penduduk di sini merupakan nelayan dan peniaga makanan yang menjual hasil tempatan. Taraf pendidikan mereka agak sederhana dan kurang terdedah kepada pengaruh persekitaran luar. Walau bagaimanapun, ibu bapa murid Sekolah Kebangsaan Seberang Ramai sentiasa menyokong usaha sekolah untuk memberikan pendidikan yang terbaik untuk kecemerlangan masa depan anak-anak mereka. Next. Untuk makluman Tuan, bilangan guru sekolah ini ialah seramai 39 orang dan staf seramai 6 orang. Bilangan murid pula seramai 549 orang. Next. Sekolah ini sekarang dalam proses membuat perubahan dan transformasi ke arah sebuah sekolah yang menjadi tumpuan dan pilihan ibu bapa di sekitaran Kuala Perlis. Perubahan ini dalam masa yang sama turut mempengaruhi dan menyesuaikan komuniti setempat dengan transformasi yang dilakukan terhadap perkampungan Seberang Ramai yang kini terkenal sebagai Kampung Pelangi ataupun Rainbow Village. Persekitaran luar dan dalam bilik darjah yang ceria telah berjaya menjadi pulling factor untuk menarik minat murid hadir ke sekolah dan mencapai peratus kehadiran tahunan yang sangat baik. Saya ingin merakamkan jutaan terima kasih kepada pihak LeapEd Services, terutama sekali Madam Kush, Madam Cassandra, JPN Perlis, Senior Leader, Middle Leader, guru-guru, ibu bapa dan murid-murid yang telah memberikan sumbangan dan komitmen yang tinggi dalam menjayakan program T4 World Education Weeks. Harapan saya agar program ini akan diteruskan di masa akan datang. One team, one dream. Terima kasih.
Wonderful. Thank you, Cikgu Zubir. In summary, he shared the following. The school is located in Perlis, which is in the northern part of Malaysia. 39 teachers, 6 staff members, and 549 students. The school is situated in a fishing village surrounded by paddy fields and other natural scenery. The majority of the citizens in that area are either fishermen or sellers of local delicacies. Several members of the community lack formal education, but they support the school's efforts and initiatives to provide the best education for their children. The community is not only transforming aesthetically, but holistically, with the help and support of all stakeholders, and as a result, students are excelling and they're reaching their potential. He will also like to express his personal gratitude to LEAPET Services, especially Madam Cush, Madam Cassandra, JPN Perlis, SK Seberang Ramai senior leadership team, middle leaders, teachers, parents, staff, and students for their contribution and commitment. He stands firmly by the school's motto, one team, one dream. Phenomenal. Clearly, it is not a one-man's band. It takes the entire village. He would like to share a video providing a glimpse into Seberang Ramai's community and school.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam #09educators. I am Cikgu Dahrudin bin Osman. I am the Director of Perlis State Education Department. Perlis is a smaller state in Malaysia and is situated at the northern part of Peninsular Malaysia. Kuala Perlis is one of the provinces that exists in the state of Perlis, and Kuala Perlis is known for their famous local delicacy, which is laksa Kuala Perlis, and also Kuala Perlis is also well known for its famous kampung Seberang Ramai, or better known as the Rainbow Village. And Kuala Perlis is also the transit point before tourists go to the Langkawi Island. So that's where SK Seberang Ramai is situated. I would love to congratulate SK Seberang Ramai for having the Kemilau Literasi Program, in which SK Seberang Ramai innovate a special book in order to create the pulling factor for the student to read the book and at the end of it to be competent in literacy. I would love to say that literacy and also the community partnership is very important for SK Seberang Ramai, because I think the kids of Sekolah Kebangsaan Seberang Ramai has to help the state government to introduce. Number one is the famous local delicacy. Number two is the Kampung Seberang Ramai itself. And number three is the ferry terminal that tourists take it as a transit point to go to the Langkawi. Hopefully, by having these skills, these literacy competencies, students will be able to help the state government to introduce these three main attractions to the world stage. Thank you very much to principal of SK Seberang Ramai, to teachers, to advisors from LEAPET, and to the students of Sekolah Seberang Ramai. #09educators is the best.
Great. Seberang Ramai is the place to be. If you come to Malaysia, you must come to Perlis. Okay. Remember, if you would like to share a question or comment, the comment section is open now. It's open and you are welcome to ask a question or share a comment. Okay, our next speaker is also a teacher, middle leader, and she's been teaching for about 15 years. Najda Binti Baharum. She lives by the mantra, I'm merely a teacher who loves her students. And this is actually a genuine mantra that she lives by every day. She's going to share various aspects of the literacy program and how they manage to connect the community together with the school to make the program successful. Following her session, she will also share a video which will give you a snapshot of the program. Over to you, Najda.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the kind introduction, Casey. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to one and all present here. Okay, let me start with love. What is love? This is our motto of literacy program. What do these letters mean? Literacy offers value for everyone. Today, I'm here to share with you all the success of our program. Okay, we know that literacy is the foundation for all-round development and growth of knowledge. Literacy is a window for everyone to see the world through their own eyes and imagination. It doesn't matter if we live in the urban area or in the remote community, a place no one has never heard before. For us to dream and achieve meaningful success in our lives, start dreaming, start planning, and make things happen. That's where transformation happens. That's how change occurs. Yeah, why did we start with this literacy program? How did all this happen? The main reason is the low literacy scores, mainly English. This is the reality we face in our school, as most of our children are less literate in English. I used to have kids who stared at me and said nothing when I tried to use the language. I may need to translate my words in order to be understood. They thought that English is a fearful killing subject. In fact, the percentage of passing marks were quite low. It's an upsetting situation for us. So we have, like to think, what do we do to help our kids? How can we change their views towards the language? Indeed, we wanted to improve literacy across 3 main language subjects, which are Malay, English, and also Arabic. We never want our teachers to feel left behind in this school program. No matter what subjects they are teaching, what year their students are, they do know that literacy is the foundation for all learning. Our teachers perceive the same feeling as we know, the urgency to minimize the number of students who can barely read in the subjects mentioned earlier. Yeah, literacy is the foundation for all learning. It's beneficial overall. Once we discovered this issue, we started searching for a solution, discussing plans and strategies. One of them was to build a model classroom. Yeah, as you can see in my slide, a class where everyone has access to lots of literacy materials. An old classroom was transformed into a stunning, attractive classroom. Simultaneously, we began building relations with the local elderly artist. He's brilliantly skillful and talented, He painted 3D murals and beautified the room. A fantastic makeover, actually, as you can see in the picture in the slide shown just now. He gave an old classroom new hope. Students were immediately drawn to the space. Yeah, in the model classroom itself, we have Durian Reading Center built by one of our teachers. He's so skillful in carpentry. He was able to turn the ideas into reality. The idea of this unique reading center replicates one of Malaysia's favorite fruits. It is also known as our king fruit. If you know anything about Malaysia, you will know that it is our most popular fruit. It becomes the signature of our reading corner, which to ignite curiosity in our children. Right. You know, once these children are in a model classroom, they prefer to spend that time in the reading corner. They read books, they get into enigmatic discussions, play games, and things that they could think of doing. We also welcome the parents to be in the model classroom too. Parents were invited to the classroom to discuss ways to help their children at home and interact with them at school. Surprisingly, they enjoyed being in the model classroom. They asked lots of questions about this room. These parents too offered help to beautify not just the room but also the school compound. They became willing participants. They praised for the school effort. Yeah, I can say it's not just that. In fact, our English panels played their role so well. We came up with our own product, our own thing. Okay, this is what I want to show you. The English panels provide several interesting materials to help our kids with their English proficiency. This is Vocab is King, which we call it as VIK, is one of the materials which is used by our children from year 1 to year 6. This book is meant to help their children in enhancing vocabulary. Unintentionally, the book connects home and school. Parents are to assist their children in completing the task. The students also practice reading, writing, speaking, as well as listening in various ways. We were back then preparing, molds for the children who will further improve the students, our product for the future. Yeah, not only we want our kids to excel in English, we also want similar things in other language, which is Arabic. We have a similar book created like this one. On top of the list, we also introduced a reading journal, which kids can use to express their understandings of books they read. Some of the kids in year 1 and year 2 started making their own reading journals. If I could share all this with you, I would proudly do so. What can I say? An awesome achievement shown by our students. Back then, last year, we launched the program on March 11, 2020. Every school member was then officially introduced to the program. We want everyone to actively participate in the program and give their best. Yeah, everything going smoothly. We have our model classroom. We launched our program. The kids have their literacy materials. The teachers were ready and about to get started. And then, boom. You know why? Yeah, the world was faced with a pandemic, COVID-19 changed everyone's life. It was a week after the launching day, actually. The movement control orders started. During this lockdown, we were to stay at home for about 3 months. So we need to figure out how we are going to continue this program, this literacy program during this pandemic. How do we reach our students, get in touch with parents? So these sorts of things make us quick learners, as we have to do something. We have to think fast. So we need to adopt and adapt to the new situation, to the new norms. Yeah, it took some time for us to adjust. We sat together and started discussing again. We planned other alternatives which would help this program to become more successful. Literacy must go on. Yeah, we are not teaching literacy in classes only, according to the syllabus, but we also make our children see that literacy happens in their daily lives. Various activities, competitions were arranged within the school community, which led students to participate actively. One of the standout activities that we did during the MCO was SKSR Reading Week. Teacher, staff, parents were asked to read books and record them. So together we read. We collected these videos and posted them on the Facebook. We displayed it. This Facebook is one of the mediums that used by our school to interact with parents and community. We were about to get, we got all the responses from parents, community, and they really happy. They were really happy when they saw their faces on the Facebook doing things with their children. All this happened during the pandemic. Apparently, parents were unofficially appointed to be teachers at home. They are to monitor their children's work and progress, and at the same time, learn the content of the books themselves. Gradually, the parents took charge to get to know what their children are learning at school. I must admit, despite the negative effects of the pandemic, this is a wonderful thing that happened in the program. Our intention was to involve all the parents in the literacy program. Yeah, we did it. It happened. But it didn't take 1 day, 1 month to really make this miracle happen. It progressed gradually as all of us become enthusiastic and believe that this program would work as planned. So many ask how this journey come to a great success. So we managed to include many stakeholders to be part of the program. Throughout the objectives set earlier, we engaged many stakeholders to reinforce the expectations of the process. This includes how they will participate, how their input will incorporated, and the anticipated outcomes. Whenever we have a chance to communicate with stakeholders, especially parents, we often emphasize that school climate improvements are a continuous process. It's not just a one-off initiative. We really need them to be with us. We wanted the community to take charge and give their full support and cooperation in this program, because it takes everyone to make it successful. Yeah. Looking at the bright side, I have to say so. I think we should be thankful during this pandemic, since we have a chance of getting parents involved in this program. Why do I say so? We chatted more with some of the parents during this time. We conducted meetings with them, talk and chat about school programs and also activities, and lots of things were shared during the session. During the MCO, parents are like learners and teachers themselves, you know. They are always there with their children during the online lessons. They unintentionally learn how to help their children with gadgets, apps, techniques, and the syllabus of their children's lesson. They ask lots of questions to the teachers because they want to be able to explain the lessons to their children, as sometimes the kids face difficulties in understanding the lesson. So, what do you think about this? Do any of you experience the same situation as our school as me? I, as a teacher, feel so proud to have these parents along with us in our learning journey. At the same time, we managed to involve these parents in our program intensely. Our teachers, staff, and students have formed a bond that we never had before. We learn to get to know each other and the community. Yeah, furthermore, what can I say? The Perlis Education Department also plays an important role in the success of this program. They connect our school with the other schools through sharing sessions. Through these sessions, teachers share and make and learn how to improve what they are doing and make the best out of everything. So we have officials who read to our children during the shared reading session, and also we have one of the officer wrote a song for us for our student, and he taught our student vocabulary. Fantastic. We have everyone with us. Brilliant. What more can I say? We are in the learning process ourselves, and we involve everyone in this, including leaders, teachers, staff, officers, and many more. Now, I would like to share something or share a story with you about the success of our school too. We also managed, to reach the royal family. Once we shared our vision for literacy, they immediately connected with us. We honorably asked a favor from the royalty of Perlis. Duli Yang Teramat Mulia Tuanku Raja Muda Perlis and Duli Yang Teramat Mulia Tuanku Raja Puan Muda Perlis take interest in our program, as they also share the same vision in which to elevate the community to a higher level in education. Yeah, we were really blessed when our own royal family agreed to do a reading session with our students, with our kids. We also had native storyteller who is willing to support our literacy program too. Yeah, it involved everyone. Not only did we connect with the local community, we were able to reach the global community too. Having a global presence was the next phase in our literacy program. We wanted to connect our children with other students around the world. We want the best for them. They learn to know that through literacy, they can reach out to other people out there. Opportunities and chances were wide open as we made more collaboration with people interstate around Malaysia and a few countries. Maybe, we just encourage our students to start with this creative writing. Some will say that, this is normal for our kid, but not for us. It means a lot. We drive our children to be more confident in expressing themselves in writing. The lead ed officers, who are our school advisors, initiated these creative writing activities. They conduct writing workshop and also writing competition. So we encourage our students to take part, to participate, and never think the less of themselves. So we just say to them, write whatever you want, express your feelings, knowledge, and also the stories of your lives here. Yeah. So not only when we did this, one of our students win the second place in the creative writing competition. We also were fortunate to have the highest number of participants involved. Yeah. I just can't stop smiling having said about all these things. It's just something that we achieved more than we can imagine before. It wasn't just that we moved to the next level, getting them engaged with the pen pal program. The opportunity was laid in front of us. Can I have my slide on display, please? Thank you. Yeah. Our children started having friends from other countries. The parents fully participated in the program. We were happy to see how these parents supported their children and played their roles in the pen pal program. Since this activity was held during the lockdown, the children needed their parents' help to send their letters to the school. So as you can see on the slide, how the parents were very proud to be part of the program. It touched our heart, seeing the effort of these parents who want the best education for their children. They want their children to have more in learning compared to what they never had before. The literacy program is helping them to see more in their lives. Living in a fishing village is not an excuse to stay remote and unknown. Currently, what I can say about our program, the teachers started making aggressive moves. We hunger for more opportunities to provide for our children. We made national and international collaboration with teachers, educators, and people from other states and countries. We are now connecting with schools in Malaysia, New Zealand, UK, Bangladesh, and more. We will not stop here as we are making more progress in our program. So, before I end my sharing session, I would like to share some of the experience I have in literacy. Why do I believe so much in this program and why I want it for my children? I used to dream as a child myself. When I flipped the pages of the books, they brought me to another world that I have never seen before. I saw the world through books. I dreamt of going to many places around the world. Now, all my dreams have come true. I'm here as a teacher, presenter, educator, and a traveler myself. I saw the world through literacy first and started making dreams. I'm so honored to share my dreams and my hopes for the betterment of my community. Yeah, our program is not perfect, but we'll never stop striving for the sake of our children and our community. With that, thank you.
Wow, phenomenal. So many great things. I like what you said, Naj. Literacy must go on. The pandemic doesn't stop literacy from continuing. So we're going to have a video about the literacy program now. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Nur Alia Nabilah dari kelas 5 Mutiara. Peribahasa saya pada minggu ini ialah pasang telinga. Maksud pasang telinga ialah mendengar dengan teliti. Contoh ayat, murid-murid kelas 5 Mutiara pasang telinga ketika Cikgu Rahimah sedang mengajar.
Saya Muhammad Hari Akil bin Azman dari kelas 4 Mutiara. Peribahasa saya hari ini ialah rambang mata. Maksud rambang mata ialah suka membuat pilihan. Contoh ayat, ibu rambang mata melihat barang-barang perhiasan yang dijual di kedai itu.
Saya Nur Dana Kristina binti Nur Rahmat Amin dari kelas 5 Peribahasa saya hari ini ialah otak cair. Maksud otak cair ialah pintar dan bijak. Contoh ayat, Damia otak cair kerana dia mudah memahami apa yang guru ajar.
Literacy program is one of the most important elements in reading and writing skills development as it opens up wide knowledge opportunities. There are various activities provided by the SKSR to ensure the success of the literacy programs. For example, such as vocab is king, fun learning programs, Nilam programs, book to do programs, and others. It helps students develop a well-rounded approach to literacy and improves their writing, listening, and speaking skills.
Hai, saya Puteri Nur Pratu Aini. Pada hari ini kita akan bercakap tentang satu minggu satu peribahasa. Satu minggu satu peribahasa ni telah banyak membantu saya dalam meningkatkan penguasaan dalam bahasa Melayu.
Hello, I am Fadlin. I want to share you my experience in these simple activities. My new friends are from New Zealand. They always tell me about their beautiful country. There are a lot of sheep and cows.
Overall, I can conclude that literacy programs have successfully developed each SKSR student into a literate, creative, proactive, innovative, and highly confident person who will be able to adapt into their daily lives. I think that's my view on this program and hope you can understand it, inshallah.
Wow. What's beautiful about that video is that it was narrated by a parent. It was narrated by a parent, and the students are able to share what is actually happening in the program. Along with those initiatives, there are more initiatives, and I would like to invite our third and final speaker to share the rest of the initiatives. Her name is Puan Anisa Binti Kaza. She's also a teacher and middle leader, and she's also been teaching for about 15 years as well. Anisa's favorite phrase is always, I will try my best, and she does. She does such a wonderful job. She will continue by sharing a few more initiatives of the program that were presented in the video. Over to you, Anisa.
Thank you, my dear Casey, for nice introduction. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I'm going to continue the presentation with the sharing of Book to You program. This program is a collaboration between the school library and our community library. For this program, we only want the student to engross in reading activities at home with their family. First of all, we call the parents to come to school to guide them on how to do this program at home. We share with them on the importance of learning and how to create a reading-friendly environment at home. Each of students will be given a bag. They can come to school and pick any books that they want to read with their family. They will bring back home the bag full of books and read it at home. After they finish reading, they will again come to school and pick another set of books that they want to read. They can summarize the book that they have read in my reading journal book. Because the school have a good relationship with Parent-Teacher Association, last year the grand prize for the student that have read the most book got a bicycle. This grand prize is fully sponsored by the Parent-Teacher Association. And because of this great grand prize, this year, so many students come in front and want to join the program too. Another successful program is Arabic Thought Program. Another program which is from the Arabic panel is the one of a kind thought literacy workshop. What's special about this workshop is the teacher is not the one who teach the student thought art, but the parent is. It shows how our school always give platform for parents that want to contribute in student education. One of the parents, that is a well-known thought artist in the community, come in front and propose to school to do a thought art workshop for free. And of course, the school love it. The school only prepare the place, time, and a little help to control the student discipline throughout the workshop. From this workshop, we have made a great bond and a relationship between parents, school, and community. Our next activities is one week, one idiom. Before pandemic, we have this one big board at the staircase, and we will update it with new idiom weekly. Because of the pandemic, the student couldn't come to school. That is not an excuse to us. So we challenge ourselves to do it online. What a surprise that so many students come in front and willing to present the idiom every week. We want to engage the student in every way that they can. Every week, we will call any student from each class from preschool to year 6 to present new idiom in the video recording. And we will update it in our school Facebook page. The student, the parent, the community from the SK Seberang Ramai Facebook page will learn new idiom every week. Other students will then watch the video, jot down every new idiom in the provided book. They can learn it at home. They can learn it anywhere they want. Pandemic, endemic, we will get through it. Online meeting and sharing. Through this pandemic, we also do meeting with parents online to keep up on how is this literacy program going at home. We listen, we improve so that we can help both parents and students. There are also a slot that we do via Google Meet to share the ways to improve literacy at home during this pandemic. And we are so lucky that the students join and participate actively throughout the Google Meet. We give them motivation to learn and keep on going stronger by not giving up in learning. In the following video, His Highness Duli Yang Teramat Mulia Tuanku Said Faizuddin Putra Ibni Tuanku Said Sirajuddin Jamalulai, Prince of Perlis, and his entire family will share their sentiments about literacy and the importance of community partnership and collaboration.
Ladies and gentlemen, literacy, the foundation of all learning. Someone once said, if you want to hide something from someone, put it in a book.
In essence, that person has the overwhelming disdain for reading. Unfortunately, this sentiment is true for thousands of people across the world.
Even in a world where technology is rapidly growing and the opportunity to glean knowledge by reading is literally at your fingertips, many choose to ignore it. The ability to read, write, speak, and listen effectively is the basis for a prosperous society. Literacy is critical for economic, individual, and community development and well-being. Economies, communities, and countries are enhanced when learners possess advanced literacy skills.
The first institution of learning is your home. The first teachers are parents and the environment. From the moment the child opens his or her eyes, learning begins. Each moment is crucial. They mimic language, behaviors, and develop attitudes and opinions about the world around them. Every interaction becomes a teachable moment and a lesson learned. Then the child is sent to school for further instruction. The teacher imparts invaluable knowledge, and they begin to develop socially as they interact with their peers.
That's why it is important that our schools and communities collaborate and develop partnerships through literacy. A popular proverb states, "It takes a village to raise a child." It simply means the collaborative effort of all community members is imperative to the successful growth of each child.
Congratulations to Seberang Ramai Primary School and the Kuala Perlis community for emulating this method in a fishing village using literacy. Our desire is that not only the students and parents of Seberang Ramai Primary School, but everyone in the state of Perlis and Malaysia would have the opportunity to grow together through literacy. Our children will be able to confidently collaborate internationally, develop as well as create solutions to the world's problems and issues. We also look forward to a decrease in illiteracy amongst adults. Nothing is impossible when we work together.
In closing, congratulations to Seberang Ramai Primary School for your efforts to close the literacy gap and join schools and communities together. We would also like to thank Mr. Vikas Pota and the T4 team for the prestigious opportunity to showcase the success of one of the schools in the state of Perlis, Malaysia.
What an honor. Perlis is extremely fortunate to have a royal family that is visible, supportive, and genuine. A family that cares about the well-being of their people and are willing to do what it takes to help them succeed. Again, we'd like to thank you. Okay, we're looking for any questions or comments. Okay. We only see, no, there are no questions. We only see comments. Thank you for those lovely sentiments from everyone. Time is running out, they're telling me. Okay. If you would like to start a program, not necessarily the exact program like the literacy program you just heard about, but just any program in general, we have 5 steps that you could follow. And the acronym for those 5 steps are I move. I, identify your purpose. Make sure you make a conscious effort to develop a sustainable program, overcome challenges, and make sure you're not dwelling on those particular problems that you're having. V, visualize, voice, and validate solutions as one unit, inclusive of the school community, parents, students, and the wider community. And the last and final step, E, expect success, expect to succeed. Make sure you move past those old achievements and look forward to new achievements. And make sure that you never, ever remain stagnant. Okay? On behalf of everyone, on behalf of Cikgu Zubir and our speakers and the whole entire community of Seberang Ramai, we'd like to thank you all for your support. A special thank you to Mr. Vikas and the T4 team for this prestigious opportunity. And you take care and stay safe. Good day and good night.
Join Time Magazine's lead education reporter alongside global educators and advocates to explore the impacts of teaching forgiveness.
I teach forgiveness because it can have a positive impact in my students' families.
It helps my students thrive in the face of adversity.
Students can forgive or are happier.
Join us to hear from teachers and thought leaders on how and why to include forgiveness in your classroom.
Temperature rise will bring widespread devastation and unprecedented extreme weather.
New coronavirus cases emerge across the country.
Obesity rates have more than doubled in kids.
Cape Town is running out of water.